Call upon my teachers and my teachers' teachers to be present with us today for this Qigong class, this beautiful spring day, calling forth all rising energies so that we may be healed and ripple out our healing for the benefit of all beings. And so it is. Okay, good morning. So let's just feel our feet on the earth and the roots dropping right down into the center of the earth and just stretching up the arms, lifting the hands up and stretch. Just feel yourself growing like all those plants that are growing like a foot a minute, it seems like outside, especially the grass. And just let the arms be loose now, and we're just going to gently turn from side to side, feeling ourselves stretching through the crown of the head. And as you turn around your core, just like a maple, you're going to have a central line, and the arms are just going to naturally fly out to the sides and hit on the body. And the deeper and faster you turn, the more the arms will fly out and hit. And you can go very slow and easy, or you can get deeper into just following what your body wants to do today. Having the feet be, let's see, a little wider than the hips. Have them parallel, have the knees be loose, and just breathing in through the nose. And long exhale through the mouth. Excellent. Just letting all the thoughts of the morning dissipate. Use the breath to bring yourself back into the present moment, filling your mind with fresh chi and exhaling out all the stagnation of the mind. Allowing the shoulders to lead in this turn. So shoulders really making the first movement, but the movement's coming from the core. So here we're kind of beginning to wring out the gut a bit. So doing a little bit of a cleanse here, getting things moving in the elimination department. And we'll just do this for about 1 more minute, I think. And if you like, you can close your eyes or just drop into noticing how your body's feeling today. Open the inner eye that's in the center of the head and drop that awareness down to the feet. And then just begin a scan. It's like you have your own inner MRI machine, and it's just starting at the feet, and it's going to scan upwards, and tuning in, pausing to notice each joint, the ankles and the knees and the hips, scanning to see where the muscles in your body are sore. And as you move upwards through the torso, checking with the organs, just having a generalized awareness of how the organs are doing, checking with your gut, checking in with your spleen and stomach on the left side, your liver on the right side, the lungs, the kidneys in the back of the body, the heart, and then scanning all the way up into the throat and neck area. Check in with your shoulders, your shoulder joints, your elbows and your wrists, your hands and fingers, and then all the way up into the head. How's your head today? How's your mind today? And then all the way up through the top of the head. And then we're going to slow down, coming to a gentle halt and pausing just for a moment. Close the eyes. Just tune in to feeling the chi already moving through your body. Maybe a little tingling, just feeling like a movement. And then before we come into Wuji, we're just going to do some pulling down the heavens just to Open up the crown of the head and pull down a column of light right through the crown of the head, down through the center line of the body. All the way down, cleansing and clearing, just seeing that huge wide column of white light all the way down to the floor. And two more, stretching up and exhaling down. Feel how as the mind opens, it's clearing with the light. The light's clearing the heart and down through the center line of the body. And one more. And now coming into Wuji, just checking your posture. Feet wider than hips, parallel, knees and ankles soft, and then drop the tailbone by lifting in the front of the hip flexors. Just lift here and the tailbone will naturally tuck, which flattens the low back, and we could stretch up out of the sacrum area through the crown of the head. Imagine like somebody's holding the top of your head and the whole rest of your body can just hang. It relaxes the sides of the neck and shoulders, and we're going to just bring the arms gently curved forward and activating the tips of the fingers. And this just puts us into a standing meditation posture. And then closing the eyes and mouth, open the nose and ears. And begin to breathe, and then relax your entire body as much as you can, feeling suspended from above. Feeling your feet rooted deep into the earth. We'll be here for a minute, just breathing in silence. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the breath. Standing in this posture, keeping the eyes closed for a moment. Allow yourself to just dissolve. Feel like there's a primal energy that's running all the way through you, and it's just dissolving your boundaries. A reminder that we are not separate from the one, the Wuji. Imagine yourself like a flower connected to a giant meadow, and all our roots are connected together. All beings intertwined with this primal energy flowing through all of us. Even the loud machine over there, we're all connected. And gently opening the eyes, we're going to come into some clearings. We're going to bend the knees, inhale up the inside of the legs, breaking your energy fingers all the way through the lower dantian and then down around the outside, and scraping any stagnation into the hands, and then exhale. So the breath is inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and exhale, release. And as you bend the knees, beginning to feel the energy flowing through the lower body, beginning to pump the lymph and the blood here as we're moving, and then seeing those energy fingers rake through, and then center the palms of the hands are vacuuming any stagnation, any sore muscles, any joint pain right into the hands, and then release it with the breath. We'll do 3 more here. Inhaling up tall. Beautiful. Last time, shake the hands off, then step into a bow stance. So a little bit wider, the front heel is bisecting the back of the arch, and extending the same arm as leg, straighten the front leg, have a slight bend in the back, and we're going to inhale. We're going to pull up, and those energy fingers are going to now rake through the arm underneath the armpit, and we're going to pull out at the wrist, and then exhale. So now we can add in the weight shift, and this just pumps the chi through the body as we're clearing this quadrant and clearing these meridians of the body. These meridians run from the tip of each of these fingers. Each one is connecting to a major organ. So as we clear these long lines of energy, the meridians, like called the rivers of the body, we're opening up the chi flow. This brings health to the organs. Also clearing any muscle, joint stagnation. 3 more times here. Really good. That's looking great, everyone. And then up the back of the arm, hands and feet to center. We're going to switch to the other side. And clearing this quadrant. Visualize those long lines of energy. Those 5 lines of energy running from the fingers and all the way up the arm. And then each of those energy lines is going into one of the major organs: the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, and the spleen. So clearing all this out. Like a chi bath, or just getting all the chi moving before we get to the major organs and cells, clearing the lines. And 3 more times here. And then come up the back of the arm, hands and feet to center, and walking the feet in back into our Qigong stance. Shake out the hands. This is clearing the stagnation off the palms. Now we're going to make those energy fingers long again. And we're going to rake right through the head. We're going to clear the head and the mind, pulling like a vacuum cleaner all that old yuck out, visualizing the stagnation like a gray, cloudy stuff that we're just pulling out of the body. I'm going to pull right below the collarbones, just out. And allow the palms of the hands just wash over the face, clearing any tension in the face. Just vacuuming out any wrinkles. We often hold so much tension in our faces. We just want to, at least this time together, just relax all that. Dropping the face that we present to the world. Just let all that go. Let your true face shine through. 3 more times here. Beautiful. Looks great. You're all looking younger already. And last time. Yes. I'll just shake the hands. I love to do that face one every morning and every night. You never know that I was 89, right? And 1, pulling down the heavens. Excellent. Okay, we're going to inhale to center, and then bend 1 knee, and the other hand in front, the other hand in back, kind of like a swing in front and back. Inhale, and shifting the weight from side to side, keeping the knees straight forward, and then we're just turning the torso. So we're getting like this really awesome squeeze and release thing right in this. It's called the inguinal crease. It's this crease right here. So that's going to squeeze and release the lymph, pumping the lymph through the body. This helps the immune system. We're clearing all that out. So energetically, the visualization is we're pulling up to the center, all the light, and then shooting all the old stuff out as we're squeezing it out. Also under the arms, pumping that lymph through. having a really good, healthy lymph system, I feel like is one of the great benefits of Qigong, because we have to pump the lymph through ourselves. It doesn't happen automatically. Unlike the blood, which is the heart to pump it through the body, the lymph can only be moved by movement. So here we're just clearing all that out. Just another 30 seconds here. Looks really good. And then twice more to each side. And then come back to center, and we're going to bring the feet together. And we're going to just rise up on the toes, and then feel a vibration just going through the whole body, like it's loosen the jaw. Just feel like how this vibration is just breaking up the stagnation everywhere in the muscles of the body. And that we're just feeling them all loosen up. And then all that stagnation is coming to the surface of the muscles. We're going to rise on the toes, and we're going to just pound it out. Now it's all leaving. See, like a cloud of dust leaving from your whole being, flying off your body 3 times. Excellent. Now we're going to come down. We're bouncing all the organs of the body. So just seeing them all going up and down, all the fascia, the connective tissue, it's all getting loosened. All the adhesions are breaking up. And then we're going to come to the toes, and cloud of dust leaving the torso, all that old stuff leaving. And last time, excellent, very good. Okay, now this time we're coming to the Tai Chi pole. That's that long energy tube that runs under the chakras, the central line. We're seeing that all getting stirred up. Any old stuff in there, we're going to come to the toes, and a blast of white light from the core, the central line, all directions, cleansing and clearing last time. Excellent. And step wide. And the third part, trembling horse. Start at the edges of the body and contour, just like a dog shaking itself off of water. Using the sound also helps to clear. And 3 more. Yes. Get into it. Shake yourself really hard. Last time. And one pulling down the heavens. Inhale up. Good one, Mary. And bring it down through center line, filling up the Tai Chi pole. It's that beautiful, clear white light from the heavens, the sun, moon, and star energy, all the way down to the toes. Just pause for a moment, close the eyes. Notice how you feel. Heart rate moving up a little bit. Feeling, maybe you feel some of that chi moving, maybe feel lighter because we just cleared a bunch of old stagnation out. Okay, open the eyes, take off your feet, and we're going to come into clearing some of the organs. And today's theme being memory, how we can improve our memory. We will be focusing on the heart and the kidneys, the 2 organs of memory. But first, we're going to clear the lungs. Always want to clear the lungs as much as we can, because the more oxygen we can get into our systems, better the Qigong works. So create your long energy fingers. They're so long they can stick all the way through the back of the body. And I'm going to press into the feet, and we're going to ripple up the spine, opening the front of the chest as we move those energy fingers through the lungs, stirring up all the old energy here. This is a really great way to clear out the energetic particles that may have gathered into the lungs from wood smoke or pollen or anything like that on the physical level. And we're suctioning it into the hands, vacuuming out all that energetic stagnation, which will cause the body to follow the energy with the actual blood and lymph to clear it on the physical level. And Qigong wants to clear in the energy levels first, because then it manifests into the physical. Okay, so we're going to pull all that out, right? Those same points of the collarbones, just pull it, yuck out, see it like throw stuff, give it to the earth, and immediately fill that space with the white light. And then we'll go again. Yes, very nice, Lindsay. And now we're also clearing on the energetic level of the lungs. So clearing grief, sadness, heaviness, depression, as you can imagine, this is an exercise I do every day. I'm really working with clearing the grief out of my energetic lungs, which was starting to manifest into my physical lungs. I was starting to get this weird wheeze. So I've been redoubling my efforts to really clear the lungs, and it is definitely working. Just that's why we have a practice, because sometimes things are very many layered and we need to just keep working it. And pull out when you're ready. Pull all that old stuff out, toxic yuck, give it to the earth and fill with a new fresh light. Very nice. You're doing this all very well. And go again. Now, if you'd like to add another layer to the cleansing of the lungs, you can add the sound. The healing sound for the lungs is shh. So you can take a nice inhale and shh. The sound just helps to break up even more of the stagnation and remove it from the body while you're helping it with this particular motion and movement. You're lifting the heart as you come forward. And we'll do 2 more rounds. And when you're ready, clear that last round out. Shake off the hands. And then we're going to gather a big armful of white light. White is the color of the lungs. Each of the organs have its own color. So now open the palms of the hands. They're going to be now emitters of light. And we're going to emit white light. And we're going to rotate the hands towards each other now, the hands and shoulders, in the opposite direction of the clearing. Now we're filling with the light. You can close your eyes and imagine those 2 lungs, big giant balloons that run from right underneath the collarbones all the way just above the bottom of the rib cage. See how big your lungs are. Visualize how much capacity they really have. They say that typically we use less than 1/3 of our lung capacity in our daily breathing, which means that our cells aren't really fully oxygenated. It's why there can be a lot of heaviness and sadness kind of just stuck in there, because we're not really moving the chi. So when you're in your practice, even as we're working right now, just you can let your body breathe naturally, but you're aware that you're breathing. Just see what it feels like. Even play around with how much you take in, how fast you take it in. Just see what feels good for you as you're filling the lungs with light, getting into all those crevices. Very good. And we'll just pause here and place one hand over the other, right over the heart. Relax your whole body and allow the light to just penetrate deep into the cellular tissue of the lungs. And someone's going to get in the heart too. Feel your heartbeat. And just feeling all that light just really sink in. And if there's any light left over, we're just going to push it down to the lower dantian. Excellent. Very good. All right. So now we're going to address this issue of memory. So in medical Qigong, there's 2 kinds of memory. There's long-term memory and there's short-term memory. Memory is not stored anywhere in the mind in Qigong. It is stored in our energy fields, but it's the source of the memory is in these organs, the long-term memory in the heart and the short-term memory in the kidneys. And this is why they say older people who have less kidney qi, because your kidney qi diminishes as you age unless you work to keep feeling this. Older people, like they have no short-term memory, right? They can remember things that happened to them when they were 7, even if they're 107, but they can't remember what you said to them 10 minutes ago. This is kind of the Qigong theory, why this is. So if we want to improve our short-term memory, we have to boost up our kidney Qi. And if we want to improve our long-term memory, we'll work with the heart. So we're going to do both today. And the main thing that we want to do first is we're just going to clear out those areas, and then we're going to really energize them. And then we're going to work also to balance them. Now, what do they say about short-term memory is that we can only hold 4 things in our mind. In that slot that exists in our consciousness of short-term memory, only 4 things. Beyond that, you can't hold it. So we are trained in my training, like we're to learn how to hold 7 things at a time. This is building our short-term memory. So it's something we can try if you want. But we're going to begin with the heart, because I think the heart's very important to clear. So we're going to do this healing sound called har. We're going to open up like we did kind of like with the lung clear, but we're going to extend the hands all the way through the back of the body, bowing slightly. We're going to crack open the rib cage, and then we're going to extend out with ha. You can pick any note you want that really you feel the resonance in the chest to clear the heart. Ha. Let's try to feel the vibration in the heart. Imagine that stagnation is going forward and out. All the clouds in the heart are just leaving and dissolving. Few more times. Last time. And I'm just going to seal that portal that we opened. And just laying your hands on your heart for a minute. Just want you to energetically tune into your heart. Drop the awareness that's in the mind down into the heart. And sense your heart like a chamber, like a throne room. And you have your inner empress or emperor sitting in the heart. Picture your inner empress or emperor. Imagine how they look. Feel how there's this energy of wisdom. We say in medical Qigong, the heart is the ruler of our being. It's the wisest part of ourselves, much wiser than the mind. The mind isn't even in the top 10 major organs in Qigong. It's all about these other organs, unlike the Western thought. So if we bring our awareness into the heart, feel how, as you lift your heart, lifting your heart physically, notice how that shifts the energy. If you bring the heart up and forward, now just try slumping, your shoulders bowed, your head bowed. Feel how that changes the energy of the heart. And what does it do to the heart? Kind of closes it down, right? So bringing the heart back up and just having that awareness of this aspect of ourselves. And imagine now that the heart is literally the ruler of your being. Imagine it's the thing that's moving forward into life the most. It's the thing stepping forward. And all the other things are organized around it. And even the mind is like the servant, we say, of the heart. The mind is just there to help carry out what the heart really desires. And your desire is your path in life. It is your guiding light. The mind's there to just do all the details. So imagine what that's like, where the mind actually takes the back seat and the heart is the driver. Imagine how that feels in your body. Okay, good. Now we're going to do some filling of the heart. So this is the Taoist exercise to regenerate the heart energy. So I'm going to shadow it because it's much easier to do it this way. So take one hand up overhead, like you can walk underneath your own arm. The other hand is going to go right at the pelvic bone. And we're going to grab a rose-colored light. Rose is the color of the heart. We're going to bring that light into the heart as we inhale, and then exhale, we're going to push out anything we don't need in there. And then we're going to bring in from the other side, the rose light, fill the heart, inhale, and then exhale, clear that stagnation, the old stuff, maybe walls around the heart, maybe things that we just don't need in there. It could be old cords. Don't worry, nothing is going to get cleared out that you actually want or that your heart desires. It's only going to clear out the old stagnant stuff that you don't need. So inhale the rose as you straighten the legs. Exhale, push across, bend the knee on that side. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend the knee as you push across. Now really visualize that light is coming into the heart and you're pushing across, releasing all the darkness, the shadow, the walls. Just see them just move out into beyond your fields, and they're just going to dissolve. And dissolve in the sunlight and the fresh air. So this is a really powerful heart restorative. And then when you become familiar with the movements, you can really smooth them out. Like imagine like you're underwater. Yeah, very nice. And now one more detail is you can take the tip of the tongue and place it behind the two front teeth on the upper palate. That place right behind the two front teeth is the heart-lung line. So we're just reinforcing the heart here, placing the tongue there. Let's do about another 30 seconds here. Seeing how much the heart is opening and filling, receiving the light. With each pass, there's less and less of the darkness to come because you're moving it out. And now we'll do just 2 more times on each side. Last time. And bring both hands up together. And we'll just allow them to come down. And again, just place them on the heart, lifting the heart, and just tuning in for a moment. Notice if you can feel the expansion of light, heart literally feeling larger, glowing, more energy in it. Beautiful. And just shake up the feet. Take a sip of water or tea. Before we come to the kidney, I was just going to do just a couple spinal rolls. So we're going to inhale up the back of the hands together, and then we're going to pull them down. Like somebody's pulling your hands, and you're going to roll down slowly, really opening the vertebrae. So the intention is to create more space in the vertebrae as we come all the way down as far as feels comfortable.
And when you reach the bottom of the roll, you can bend the knees slightly. And we're going to grab a heavy stone that's like a 30-pound stone. And we're going to roll up. So you're going to use your abs, right? If you had a stone, you would be using your core. So you're protecting the low back. So we're just going to pull that stone up. I'm going to put that stone right into the lower dantian, just a grounding energy from the earth. Place it there. I'm going to do this 2 more times. Inhale up, back of the hands together, and then just pull down the center line of the body. If somebody's pulling you or pulling a sweater off of you, and then rolling down. Notice the places in your back that kind of feel flat or stuck, and just spend an extra moment there. Like take a breath there in those places. All the way down. And grab the heavy stone and roll up around, around the lower dantian, using the abs. And place that stone into the lower dantian. One last time. Pulling the arms down. Breathing into the spine. And grab the stone. Excellent. Place it in. And now I'm going to do one more time. We're just going to roll down. And this time we're just going to roll down, bending the knees and placing the whole chest area right onto the thighs. And then we're going to grasp the opposite elbow with each hand and let the head just sink. And just take a couple breaths here. Breathe into the base of the spine. And feel the energy just flow downwards over the top of the head. One more breath here. And just release the hands to the floor, rolling up. And placing the hands on the hips, we're just going to do a few neck rolls. Inhale back. And exhale forward, just loosening the neck. And changing directions whenever you feel ready. Very good. And then bring the head back up to center and just shake everything out. No more seconds of shaking. Okay, and release. Very good. One pulling down the heavens. Doesn't that feel amazing? I feel like it just scrambles everything, and then everything gets to just realign. Like, here I am. Great. So now we're going to work on the kidneys. So the kidneys are back here, right? They're just on either side of the spine, and then the adrenals sit right on top. So when we're stressed, the adrenals release cortisol, stress hormone. And so that can really deplete the adrenal glands, but also can ultimately deplete the kidneys. So what we want to do, bring the hands around together. And first, we're just going to warm them up. Get those hands really nice and warm. The kidneys tend to get cold and they shrink.
So what we want is we want them to be warm and expansive so they can really absorb all the chi. It's just placing those healing hands of yours. Feel that warmth. That's the healing chi coming right out of the center of your hands, and you're just radiating, just blasting some healing light into those kidneys, and just feel them relax. Like, ah, poor kidneys, they're back there. They just get ignored all the time, right? Until something goes wrong, and then you're like, ah, kidneys. So feeling that, it's just such a nice thing to do for your kidneys. Feel them just go, absorbing that warmth and heat. Another nice thing you can do for the kidneys, just give them a little tap, just gentle. You can use the knuckles or the tips of the fingers, just stimulating a little bit, just saying, hey, hang in there. Hi. Okay, and place the hands once more just to feel that opening, feel them energetically open to receive. And then we're going to come back to our good Qigong stance and bring the hands around to the front, right around the belly level. And imagine you're at the river and you're going to stand in a pool of water that's this deep, and you're going to sweep your hands across the top of the water and inhale right into the kidney on the right side and push out all that old tiredness. Inhale to the other side and push out the old, just sweeping the water energy in, filling and plumping up the kidneys and the adrenals, and then adding in the color. It's a blue light, a cobalt blue light. I like the color of that guitar. And we sweep that light in, fill the kidneys, see it open up, receive the light, push out that old stuff, the fear. Fear is the emotion that gets lodged in the kidneys. Just the way grief was in the lungs. So we're just pushing it all out. We don't even need to know what that fear is. It could have been from childhood. It could have been from something we don't even remember. But we're going to push it out. We're going to create more room and light and space in the kidneys as we release old patterns, old holding on to things. Release, release, inhale, fill, and see the kidneys. You know what kidneys look like. They're kidney shaped. So filling those shapes. That was redundant, right? So fill those shapes on either side. See them just open and absorbing that light. See the adrenals absorbing that light. You can maybe tell there's usually one kidney that's more depleted than the other. We all tend to have a dominant kidney. So you might be able to tell like one is really just like, please fill me. I can tell my left kidney feels more depleted. There's less energy there. So I'm giving a special attention. I'm going to do this for one more minute, just dropping in and using the power of the breath and the motion and the visualization all together. Tripod of Qigong. You're good. You're all naturally shifting your weight perfectly. And once more to each side. And bringing the hands around to the front. We are going to do also the Taoist exercise. This is even more powerful. So we're going to have one hand over the forehead, and the other one is going to go over one of the kidneys. It's the back of the hand. And the path of light is going to be, we're going to scoop, and that light is going to come down the arm, across the shoulders, down the other arm, and through the back of the hand to fill that kidney. So we just done some, so we're going to just do a little more. So we're going to inhale And as we do, we're going to curl the tip of the back of the tongue all the way to the upper palate. So curling it backwards and then keep it there. Inhale, exhale, and see that blue light run down into the kidney. Inhale and see it run down and fill the kidney. So we activate that water channel with the tongue. I know it's a little uncomfortable, but you do get used to it. Scooping the blue light. Very good. Excellent. We're just going to do about 3 more on this side. And then we're going to switch arms, the back of the other hand, and we're going to come down the opposite direction and scoop and then fill on this side. You can really see that scooping of the light, seeing it run down the arm and through the back of the hand to fill the opposite kidney. This is a super powerful exercise. The Shaolin monks developed this exercise. And if you do have trouble with your short-term memory, if you notice it, just a few minutes of this exercise every day is going to help improve that aspect of the kidney qi. It will also give you more energy in general and a longer lifespan if continued on a daily basis. And it's pretty easy, really. And we'll do 3 more scoops on this side. When you're done, bring the hands around to the front. Shake the hands off. Nice. Okie dokie. Now we get to do this cool exercise I don't do very often, but it balances the heart and the liver. So it balances the fire and the water of the body, but it also balances the aspects of the heart and kidneys that have to do with memory. So it's kind of cool. First of all, imagine your heart, and your heart is the color red, right? And this is the color blue. So we're going to take the heart actually out of the body. So imagine your energetic heart, and you're going to hold it in your right hand. Very important. Right hand. Okay, so you're going to take that heart out, see it glowing red. There's the heart. And then we're going to take the kidneys, the blue of the kidneys, out of the body. So we're just going to grab it, fill. Now your hands have the kidneys and the blue light, and they're going to go in front of the body. Now we're going to move forward. This right hand is going to come down and forward, and the left hand is going to come up to the heart. So as these hands are moving, they're creating a streak of light. So there's a red streak of light as the heart comes forward, and a blue streak of light as those kidneys come up, and now we're creating this circle. And the circle, as we're moving, it's going to start to blend the colors together, which makes what color? Purple. Yeah, so we're getting like a purple circle. And this is just balancing the two. So you're imagining now the fire, there's too much fire in the heart, say, too much cold in the kidneys. The kidneys can get warmed by the fire, and the heart can be cooled by the water, but it's just creating this beautiful balance between these two. Ooh, I just felt my right kidney get super warm. Oh my God, that was a trip. So it's really helping to just create this balance in the body. Sometimes we have real separation, and then we want our organs to all really talk to each other. So here we're letting the short-term and the long-term memory talk to each other. So create this purple circle in front of the body. Just visualizing that purple circle. We're just going to do 3 more turns here. Yes, excellent. Okay, and then with the last turn, we're going to bring the right hand up to the heart, the left hand back to the kidneys. So we're going to take that light and we're going to put the kidneys back in their place. Just let them go back in. And then we're going to take the heart and we're going to put it back in. Good, everybody's got their right hand. Excellent. And did you feel that?
Yeah.
So just let it stabilize for a moment. Just pause for a moment. Breathe. Let it settle out. Okay, and shake it out. All right. Whew. And one pulling down the heavens. Inhale up. And bring the light down. Just pause for a moment. And breathe. And just gently opening the eyes. We'll do, now I'm going to do a tonifying exercise. She's okay. Okay. Makes sense. Natural response. Okay. So this one is called the golden ball, and it just helps to tonify everything. So now we've kind of got all this juice and happening. We're just going to make sure that it's all regulated and all super good. And this works on all the levels. Works with the meridians, with the dantians. So I'm going to bring together a golden ball here right in front of the lower dantian, this lower energy center. Imagine this glowing, beautiful golden ball. I'm going to rock forward on the toes and inhale. And as we rock back, we're going to bring, as we exhale, the ball to the heart. Inhale, rock forward, open the heart wide, and exhale, bring that golden back together. And inhale up to the upper dantian. And exhale, bring it back down to the heart. Inhale, rock forward, bring it down to the lower dantian. And exhale, release the golden ball to see it dissipate, and then we're going to gather it back together again. So inhale forward, exhale back. Just and follow the arms, and then visualize that golden ball. As it's moving, it's helping to regulate the head, the heart, and the body. It's also just bringing chi to all parts of you. This is one of my favorite tonifying exercises. It just helps to restore the energy, the grounding earth, golden energy to all parts of our being. Very meditative. This is a great exercise to do outside too, really feeling the earth beneath your feet, feeling the energy come up, and super calming for the nervous system. Good. Just let your body breathe. That's it. about 2 more minutes as you really just, as you get more familiar with emotions, again, you can begin to smooth it out. Feel like you're underwater. Relax the muscles as much as you can. This helps to flow the chi more efficiently through. And you can also play with the timing of it. Just feel sometimes it's good to do it really slow. Sometimes you want to move the chi more quickly. Following the breath. So tuning into your own breath and your own timing. Hmm, 3 more rounds. When you're done, come right into 3, pulling down the heavens. Inhale up. Bring the sun, moon, and star energy down through, meeting all this golden earth chi. Feeling the lightness of that Shen, the heavenly chi, enter in down the center line of the body. Bringing in the inspiration and the lightness. All the way down to the feet. And then coming back into Wuji just for 1 minute. Coming into that relaxed posture, tucking the chin to lengthen the back of the neck, lifting the hip flexors to tuck the tailbone. And feel yourself just suspended in space. Those roots going down into the earth. And just breathe. And gently opening the eyes. We can come now to bring ourselves to sitting or lying down position for the meditation. So if you want to gather pillows or blankets or whatever is going to make yourself comfortable. Goal of this part of the class is just to be super comfortable, and so that as you're relaxed, all the cells are going to be opening up to receive all that chi you just generated. Really enjoying fruits of your labor. Just letting your body breathe naturally. Just experience the joy of breath. That life force energy that's coming in. Now bring your awareness to the very middle of the head. Open that center of consciousness. Like a light bulb or an eyeball. It's right there in the middle of the head where the pineal gland is. Open that eye and allow it to look downwards through your own body. And as you look downwards, look into the pelvic bowl and see how now your pelvic bowl is filled with a vast ocean. As you look downwards, you can begin to look outwards, see that that vast ocean inside you goes all the way to the horizon. As far as you can see, there's no land. You feel the depth within you. Now bring your inner gaze to the heart. Feel it like a fiery ball in the sky. And that fiery sun is radiating outwards, all the light and warmth. And moving your awareness deep into that heart center, in the very center of the sun. Again, going back to that chamber, the inner empress or emperor that lives inside the seat of the heart. Tuning deep in the chamber within the sun. Seeing that ruler of your being and picturing that throne room in detail. See the details. Maybe the throne room is made of stone, big, tall windows. Or it could be a beautiful wooden building, a temple. It could even be outside in a grove of trees. Imagine what your inner throne room looks like inside the heart. And now imagine that ruler of your being, the heart center, the inner emperor or empress, on the throne in the middle of that throne room. And what does the throne look like? Is it all carved and jeweled, or is it a simple chair or a comfy couch? It's whatever you see inside your own personal heart. Uniquely you. And now seeing your inner emperor, empress, how they're dressed. It could be sumptuous silk robes or something very simple. And imagine what feels the most you. What does your heart most resonate with? And now imagine you are coming in to the throne room and meeting your inner empress or emperor. And there's now a second chair pulled up so the two of you can meet face to face. Imagine you're having a conversation with this inner ruler of your heart, as though this aspect of you, this empress or emperor, is the wisest part of you, maybe a bit older than you, has been around, and you are that innocent aspect of yourself that you are still looking for guidance and answers, wanting to fulfill the longings of your heart, but maybe not quite sure how to do it. Not quite sure even maybe what they are sometimes. And here you are to ask for advice, asking for guidance. Maybe first of all, what is my greatest heart's desire at this point in my life? What is it that I most long for? And allow that wise part of yourself to respond. Maybe a gentle reminder of what you truly love, of what you're longing for. And then maybe you feel moved to ask, how do I take steps to fulfill that longing? And perhaps you are then reminded of yourself as a child, remembering things you loved to do as a child. Calling forth that long-term memory aspect of yourself, seeing the thread that runs through your life of what you love to do when you were young. Maybe that thread got lost along the way, but you're rediscovering it. Taking it into a new dimension, a new level of fulfillment. And as you do this, once again being reminded that you chose to come here into this body at this time on this planet. And that all these threads of your heart's desire coming together, weaving this beautiful tapestry that is your unique life, your contribution to the creative energy of the universe, and opening up potentially even to a new vision, no matter where you are in your life, a new vision of how this unique tapestry can be woven and shared. For you are the only one who can have this particular vision, the only one who can have this particular creative expression of the infinite one. And the more you fulfill your heart's desire, the more you follow this road, the more you're shining a light for others to do the same, lifting the vibration of all of humanity and all beings. Sensing that vast reservoir of energy that you have within you to fulfill these desires. Now seeing yourself in the future, that this heart's desire is made manifest. There you are in the future, looking back on this moment, remembering. Remember when I set my intention for this? Remember how it felt to really align myself, and now here it is, aligned, manifested. Feel how it feels in your body. Feeling energized and alive, that yes, this was possible. I did this. I am this. And then telescoping that inner vision out of the heart and looking down through your whole being and seeing how it is like a vast universe. And all the organs are like, each one is a different vortex of potential and light, all connected together to this unique construction that is you. Feeling how there's so much space, that you are not solid. None of your organs are solid. None of your cells are solid. They're made up of energy and patterns and light and potential. And through this meditation, you're activating that potential with a vision and your creativity. Just feeling how amazing that is. And giving yourself this strong message. I love you. I love you. I love you. Feeling your heart open and receiving the love your eternal soul has for yourself and your own being and this body and this path. And breathing yourself back into this body. Allow yourself to return to this moment, wiggling fingers and toes and taking a deep breath and turning your head from side to side. Allowing yourself to stretch. Turn onto your side. Just pause for a moment before coming gradually and easily back to a seated position. Inhaling the hands up overhead in a prayer position. Bring them together. Feel the right and left sides joined together in the hands, and then drawing down the center line of the body, right through the head to the heart. Bowing that head to the heart, just sensing all that beautiful energy you created for yourself. And if you'd like to share some energy, send someone some healing love. Picture someone that really may need a boost today. Picture that person sitting in front of you. And you're going to breathe deep into your hands. And you're going to blow a rose-colored light into that person's energy body. Feel them light up, feel their heart expand with that love, and then feel how it comes back to you, like a wave back into your own heart. Give thanks for this ancient wisdom and this time together today. So by raising our own vibrations, we may radiate out for the benefit of all beings. And so it is. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a wonderful time to spend with you all. And
Thank you.
I will see you next time.
Amazing class.
Thank you.
Wow.